to your statement in the sense of taking steps that are reasonable and necessary during this investigation that's broader than this interim step that you've brought to us.
Chair Prozanski, is your question, are there other recommendations?
No, I just, in the sense of what my understanding is and what I'm trying to ensure is that we're here today to determine what, if any, interim steps we need to take as a body to ensure a workplace that's free of intimidation and threats. And that's based on ongoing investigation that you're doing now, that at some point you're going to make determinations as to whether the reports that you received are going to move forward as either informal or formal complaints.
Correct.
But while you're doing that, there still is a need for the employer, in this case the legislative branch, to ensure the workplace is free of those concerns.
Yes, I think that is correct. And again, this is a fairly common interim measure for employers to take. This is not something out of the blue. This is really a no-brainer in these kinds of situations. And that is, to the extent there have been these allegations, in order to ensure that in order to ensure the integrity of the investigation, in order to ensure that employees are not subjected to further fear for their safety, a workplace that they perceive to be intimidating or harassing, these are common steps that are taken to put the alleged, the person whose conduct is at issue, to put them out on an administrative leave. And I understand that has other implications here. And certainly when I was evaluating this in or around the time the comments were made and before making my recommendation, some of the questions I had is, my concern is really about protecting the workplace. And I'm not making an opinion about whether Senator Boquist would be allowed to continue to do his job or not, and so if what fashion. Some of the questions I posed, might he be able to continue to vote or do other things, but just remotely? So this is, again, a very common situation. I understand the overlay here makes it more difficult, but that is not a reason for the branch not to act. And I would just add that the other, sort of what is the risk to the branch, apart from the obvious, to the extent there are, threats of violence. I think we can all understand that. But some more nuanced employment threats, if the branch does not consider and take reasonable steps to ensure that it will maintain a safe and harassment-free workplace during this period. Employment concerns. Are employees still coming to work, and are they working in an environment where they believe they are subjected to a stressful workplace, a hostile workplace, an intimidating workplace? Those can and do result in workers' compensation claims. There is opportunities then for further risk of retaliation, those sorts of things. So those are general concerns employers have in these situations where there has been an issue that has been brought to the forefront. There's a process by which it needs to be vetted, and before those conclusions are made, sometimes there needs to be interim steps taken.